I am Keith Ecker. My topic is local.
And are you ready?
I am ready.
Kevin, are you ready?
I am also ready.
Right Club audience, insane energy. Are you ready? Keith Ecker for local in 3, 2, 1, begin.
You're at a casual social gathering, meeting strangers, beer in hand, having a pretty good time making small talk, shooting the shit on some guy's porch, as one does at these sort of things. And just as you're feeling a sense of belonging, some jagoff has to take a shit on the camaraderie by asking, "So, where are you from?" On the surface, it's a seemingly innocent inquiry, a showing of curiosity, a want to perhaps know someone more fully. But I know better. This neighborly question is actually a sinister trap, for the asker has little care for your provenance. The subtext at play is tribal. Make no mistake, my friends, this is a test. For if we were to pull back the curtains of the asker's lips to reveal the backstage of their thoughts, we discover a truer intent, that the real question being asked is, are you one of us? This leaves the responder with one right answer and an infinite number of wrong ones. You could be from one town over, or you could be from the fucking moon. It makes no difference, because either way, you are not where the Inquisitor is from, and therefore you are inferior. Oh, you're from Joliet? Sucks to not be from a real city. Oh, you're from the moon? Sucks not be from a real planet. You can't win against people who have this mentality. Their pride of place mixed with male pattern insecurity, because let's be honest, it's usually men who size you up like this, blinds them to the option of being a decent fucking person. They wear their birthplace like a badge of honor, as if having your mom pop you out of her pussy in a specific location is a personal accomplishment. I'm sorry, but unless your fetal self has the cartographic instincts of a 15th century spice merchant, you don't get credit for that. Now, we often think of this kind of dick-measuring display of territorialism to be beneath the sophistication of us urban dwellers. It's serving small-town cop realness. It's giving, you're not from around these parts, are ya, house-down boots. And there's truth to this. In certain monochromatic communities, townsfolk have a reputation for being aggressively protective. Godspeed if you're one Pantone shade darker or you correctly pronounce the double L in tortilla. But this exclusionist mentality isn't exclusively domain of, and I say this respectfully, bumblefuck, cross-burning, Jesus-loving, sister-screwing sundown towns. It happens right here in our own backyard, including back of the yards. You want to know how someone's from Chicago? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Native Chicagoans love asserting their Chicago-ness, and they are quick to ask if they are in the presence of their own. So, you're from Chicago? No, but are you like from Chicago? This line of interrogation usually continues with inquiries regarding schools attended, streets lived on, and depending on age, whether you remember bygone Chicago things like CTA tokens, Medusas on Sheffield, or, yeah, there you go, and when Wesley was full of meat packers. It's like they need to make sure you're not masquerading as a local. Sure, you're wearing a Bears jersey, but can you do the Super Bowl shuffle? To a native Chicagoan, not being from Chicago is worthy of shame. It doesn't matter that you've lived in the city since you were 3. They can smell the Naperville on you. You could be Nelson fucking Algren and devote your life professing your love for the city, perfectly capturing its essence through prose, and you'd still be nothing but a little bitch from Michigan. For those unaware, Algren was born in Detroit. Now, let me pause for a moment, for I'm about to say something brave. I am not from Chicago. Gasp, gasp, gasp across the room. Now, before you tie me up and quarter me and grind my meat into Italian beef, such is your way, hear me out. Over 2 decades ago, I was trapped, born in a place as fitting for me as a desert is for a fish. Atheist in belief and faggy in spirit, I was drowning in a sea of Texas Christian fundamentalism. When my classmates weren't quoting the New Testament at me or offering to leave Bibles in my locker, they were doing donuts in their pickup trucks in the school parking lot. The future I envisioned for myself was bleak. Closeted in a dead marriage, or just dead. Chicago for me was a sanctuary, a city upon a hill, but like where the hill is totally a metaphor because this place is like really, really flat. The city's offerings were bountiful. Progressive politics, a gay neighborhood, way more improv comedy than you could ever want. My move here was an act of love for myself. Building a life here has been an act of love for Chicago. My Chicago roots run as deep as a slice of Gino's pizza. In this city, I've lived many lives, that of an artist, a journalist, a businessman, a student, a teacher, and a nurse. I voted in 5 mayoral elections. I saw Obama give his acceptance speech in Grant Park. I've danced to the legends of house music at the Chosen Few picnic. I once tutored Jeff Tweedy's son. I've been on public radio. I've been flashed on public transit. So I ask, what's it going to take to be considered a local? Is the local farmer's market yours and not mine? Was Tom Skilling not my local weatherman? If I deface a Cybertruck, would the news not say, local man spray paint swastika on Nazi-mobile? Like, whose dick do I have to suck to be a Chicagoan? Because I've sucked a lot of Chicago dick, and it's not really getting me anywhere. But look, I get it. When it comes to your homeland, there's a line between being a steward and being a nationalist. And the native Chicago mentality is born largely out of a well-meaning want to preserve not just the city, but themselves. And it makes sense. History underscores the importance of being wary of outsiders, colonization, gentrification. Just look at the founding of the United States, a story about a group of people who crash a party, declare squatters' rights, and murder all the guests. Chicagoans are also proud to have survived an upbringing in a city that isn't always so easy to live in, especially if you lack money or have an abundance of melanin. It's an imperfect place, and its native residents deeply love the communities that helped mentor and protect them. All that said, I'm just some guy who was born in the wrong place, who's looking for a home. Yes, fine, I'm a transplant. But is that a bad thing? In the medical sense, a transplant is a foreign organ that integrates into a body to become a vital part of the whole. If that's what a transplant is, then I'm proud to be a transplant, even if it's less like a heart and more like a spleen. So where am I from? Not here. But this is where I belong. Thank you.